Wow. Hello, Blue Fleet. How are we doing? Welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, part 18? Is this? It's a long-ass game. Part 18. Yeah, we're on part 18. I was literally there. It's literally there on Stream Elements, right on my Twitch chat. Yeah. How are we going? Wario time. Last case. Oh, no. That means the game comes to an end at some point. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but also not something to be that happy about in some ways. No, all good things have to come to an end, right? I have spent this entire week doing Metroid ROM hack stuff. And I gotta say, it is tiring. I'm pretty knackered at the minute. But it's been a nice week of not actually working. You think I've enjoyed it too? Hell yeah. And yes, we are going to play Sausage of Justice after this. So once we've finished Investigations 2, we're going to go on to the Sausage of Justice. Sorry. Give me a moment. I'm hearing shit again. Hold on. Alright. Oh, it's the cat. Cat's in the box. Yeah, literally. If she fits, she sits. There's a box of some like household goods, or that had household goods in for delivery, just outside my office door. And because it's nice and cool and dark in there, the cat likes to go in there. The elder of the two, the one who's going on for 14, she likes to go in there and just chill out during the daytime. The other cat, he is probably downstairs in the lounge. He prefers it down there. Right, okay, let's jump in. So we're starting on Turnabout for the Ages. 2 achievements for this case. One requires us to check the back twice, and the other I'll figure out easily enough. Understood. Understood. Right, let's go. Episode 5, Turnabout for the Ages. Oh. What the hell? What? Is there a kaiju attack? Oh god, it is! What's happening? Wait, I recognize this kid. Someone threw a back grenade at Godzilla? I remember that kid. Oh my god, it is actually... whatever the fuck that is. They were filming something, weren't they, with that kid? So, what's next for the great Miles Edgeworth, huh? Wait, you are serious about not being a prosecutor, ain't you? Yes, I am. No longer a prosecutor. It's hard to believe. And yet, I can't stop thinking about what Mr. Tequila said. Me either. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet, I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? This isn't over. We still don't know who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gourd Lake was. Or who really wrote that letter. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time, but whose? Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a dang bone, both of y'all are. Well, I got me some reporting to do, so I'll catch you all some other time, I guess. Wow, you have a new story to chase already? You trying to patronize me, girlie? You bet I got new stories, more than you can shake a stick at. Excuse me. Sorry, the pollen count's really high today. I worked out that the cough is coming from tree pollen. That's what's doing me over, is the tree pollen. It's been extremely bad this year. A good reporter always has 3 or 4 leads bubbling away in the old scoop pot. Somebody, please! Whoa, what now? Oh, it's Penny. Please, you have to help me. Huh? Do I know her? What's the matter? Has something happened? There's a body. It almost looks like a monster might have... A monster? Well, I'll be. Anybody else smell the sweet, sweet smell of scoop soup? This way, hurry! What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? I haven't thought about that song since we did the Monstrous Turnabout. What's happened now? What indeed? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Who do I think it is? So... Right, it's very clear what this is, right? Because what monsters have hooves? It's a Banbaro. Banbaro was here. Banbaro has invaded another area that it has no business being in, but this time it's a city. Huh? These look like... Yep, footprints. This right here's photo gold. Footprints? But how big would a creature have to be to leave prints like that? Mr. Edgeworth, look. Whoa, 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 what? Shilong Lang, what's he doing here? Wait, the guy on the floor, that's... You much prefer Banbaro over basil juice? See, I don't. I don't. Do you know why? Because I like just doing around on a hunt, and there's a mystery monster somewhere, and I'm like, oh, it might be Devil Joe. And then I'm fighting the monster, and I'm like, yeah, I poke you with my stick, go, my buggly, go, I poke you with my stick, and then... Da, 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 da. No. It's the president! Dijun Wang, the president of Shengfa. Agent Lang. Mr. Prosecutor, how did you get here so quick? What is going on here? Huh? You don't think that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out myself? We can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. The worst case of invading monster is the savage Devil Joe being summoned by a freaking 2-star monster in 3U. Oh, man. Imagine if Raging Brachydios was an invading monster. That would be amazing. Like, you're just fighting a Kulu Yaku, and fucking Raging Brachy rocks up. That would be amazing. It would be extremely cursed, but absolute... Basil squared. Oh, man. The body is lying inside one of the footprints. What on earth happened to him? Monster! Monster? What the heck else you want me to say, huh? Them right there is monster prints, mister. That big old bad Taurosaurus done stopped right through here. I ain't never insured nothing. Hang on. Taurosaurus. There is actually a dinosaur with a name very similar to that. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, Taurosaurus, a T-O-R-O-saurus, is a ceratopsid. Kind of similar to Triceratops, but the frill is different, and the positioning of the horns is not quite the same as well. Toral. What am I? And I suppose you mean you are sure? This right here is the scoop to scoop up all the other scoops and bury them 10 feet deep. Man trampled by giant monster. They'll lead with that in every paper from here to Honolulu. You thought the worst case of invading was a giant dad invading in Blighttown? I don't know what a Blighttown is. I'm sorry. Deathosaurus is a transformer? Ah. Dark Souls. Oh, I haven't played Dark Soul. I'm sorry. Didn't land, yeah. I haven't played Dark Soul. I've actually avoided it completely for all of my life. Ridiculous. There's no such thing as monsters. Wait. I don't remember what voice this guy had. I think he was like quite growly, wasn't he? The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijun Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Shengfa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. Despite Nep avoiding Dark Souls, his soul is still as dark as night? No! I've got a bright, innocent soul. I'm just a little guy. Come on. You thought IF's soul was as dark as night? It is after what Iris Heart did. If you know, you know. Oh, man. Trauma. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. You were making a Chuny joke? Oh, I see. I went in a very different direction there. Did he finally manage to? Did you discover the body? Yeah, that is, What are you doing, Agent? Ah! Ow. I've just been beaten by Karmatrin. Like she says. Begin at the beginning. With the first person to arrive at the scene. Well, did you really just discover the body? Yes. Hey, go easy on her. Can't you see she's scared? I don't think he's in the mood to go easy on anybody. Pah, nobody's getting it easy today. Do you have any idea who that is like dead over there? That's President Wang, the leader of Shengfa. Hold it! Please, Agent Lang. You don't seem your usual self. In more ways than one, in fact. When we first met, you had more underlings than I could count. And you were known for your unrivaled arrest rate and your cool-headed pressure. Now the underlings are gone, and you've forgotten the fundamentals of police work. What happened? You're not you when you're hungry. Yeah. He's upset because he wanted to claim eating rights of the body. Like, he's like, Penny's going to cannibalize this corpse, and I'm mad about that because she's staked a claim, and it should be mine. Mine, damn it! What did you just say? Shouldn't you be looking over the scene instead of accusing the first person you run into? Or is it me who's forgotten the fundamentals? I don't need you to tell me how to do my job. I was just about to get started. Good. That seems to have calmed him down a little. We should take a look around too, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, I think we should. At least until the police arrive. I'm not strictly supposed to conduct investigations anymore. Don't nobody need to do no looking around. I done told you all did this. It was Toro, so my name and a lot of heart. Wait. Not who did this. What did it? Yeah, that. Are you quite finished? We have an investigation to be getting on with. Step aside, please. You can't order me around no more, mister. You step out of my dang ways more like it. Y'all best leave us a Cooper man. There'll be heck to pay and then some. Her name will loss her hair very soon. It already is. Excuse me. The woman who found the body. Where do I know her from? You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me? Oh, yes, of course. We met on that case. See, hang on. Damn it. I wanted to see if we had like a limited edition trading card we could bribe information out of her with. No way, you two know each other? Yes, as a matter of fact we do, from somewhere. Edgeworth can't remember things for shit. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, he's the one who's all like calm and cool and logical. And he also has the hair vents of time. He has the hair vents of time, so he should be able to remember shit, but he can't. Phoenix has literally been beaten around the head with a fire extinguisher, and his memory's just peachy. Great to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you. Ah, of course. One of my old cases involved a murder on the set of the Steel Samurai TV show. She was a member of the crew and thus a person of interest. Our paths must have crossed several times while it was all going on. And yet, I'd completely forgotten her. It's good to see you again. So if you're here, I guess that means... That's right. We're here on location filming for Global Studios. It's kind of a big feature, to tell you the truth. I was first in today. Wanted to make an early start. Do it was, because Phoenix remembers people easily, but is the opposite of calm. Edgeworth's always calm and collected, blanks out on people. Yeah, they're like the ultimate lesbian couple. They're very coded that way as well. Like, they're very lesbian coded. But then I noticed something was wrong. The footprints and the body. Oh. We'll take a close look at the body in just a moment. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police? Yeah, of course, right away. I'll need to speak to her at length a little later. But first, let's go over the scene. There's plenty to look at beside the body. I'll need to examine everything in detail. Okay. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. What? That's a costume? I'm sure the creature that made these huge footprints didn't just shrink or something. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume. Oh, I've already done it. I was trying to look at the, yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, there's a step ladder. This looks like equipment used by the lighting department. Oh, wait, I just remembered there's something I wanted to ask you. Could you maybe light me up when I'm doing my next robbery? Help me look super cool. You want me to shine a light on you while you're committing a crime? You bet I do. What's so weird about that? What's the point of me doing my great thieving in the dark? The folk in the cheap seats won't be able to see a thing. Wait, do you imagine you'll be committing this robbery in front of an audience? Sorry, bear with me a second, guys. I just need to, like... It's really hot in here. Hang on. Oh, I'm just going to do something about that. Whew. Oh, man. They said the weather was due to change, but it's going to get all rainy, and it's just... It's not. It's just spicy weather. Okay. Padlock. Miss Nichols, where does this exit lead? Onto the grounds of the big building. Yet another case with direct ties to that same building. You had 3 weeks of straight sun? Yeah, we have as well, and it was meant to start raining across this weekend. There is rain forecast, but it's mostly hitting the west side of the country and, like, down underneath us a bit. So, normally when rain happens, it tends to be, if it's coming in off the Atlantic, it will normally break on the Pennines, and then it doesn't hit us, because like, we're just on the other side of there. Hey, Zach, how we doing? Oh, good, man. How about you? Hope you're having a good one. The building with the hidden 51st floor used to store the lots for illicit auctions. I guess it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it turned out to be hiding yet more secrets. Do I get a day off on Monday? Hell yeah, I do. I didn't realise either. I booked this week off of work just to recharge. And then I was like, oh, back to work on Monday. And my wife's like, you don't work bank holidays. I'm like, bank holiday? Yes. Yeah, this summer's probably going to be a brutal one. Like, I think there's probably going to be droughts and whatnot. Ha, look at this chain and padlock. Oh, look at that. Someone cut the chain. They did. I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday. I'd say it's possible this is where the killer entered from. Ah! What's the matter now? Look at that huge dent. How did that get there? You're right, that is a big dent. It would have taken a sizable object to make it, and a heavy one too. It wasn't like that yesterday either. It wasn't? I guess that means the dent must have been made last night at some point. The thing is, I don't think it's going to be Wang, because we know that, like, he's wearing an inflatable costume, so he probably doesn't weigh that much. Hey, these are those plastic sheets you can put down when you have a picnic. They're plastic sheets, that much is true, but I don't think that's what they're used for. Want me to explain, Mr. Edgeworth? Those are waterproof sheets. We use them to protect the camera when it's up on the crane. If it starts raining while we're shooting, we can just cover up and keep going.
Oh, I see. So they must be pretty big, right? Oh, yeah. They have to be able to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point using them otherwise. The weather was pretty patchy yesterday.
Oh, Chibi. I need to chug some of this energy drink, I think. Last summer was crazy. You had forest fires in Brittany. Jesus, that is mental. We never get that bad over here, but like, it has occasionally been like somewhat bad. Not BADD though. Alright, let's look at the corpse. No monsoons? Not normally, no.
It really is him, huh?
It certainly appears to be. The same man we met only a few days ago.
So this time the president really did get assassinated.
If that is what happened, the assassin certainly chose an attention-grabbing method. Why has he got Cheeto dust on his chest? A wolf examining a fallen lion? Yeah. No obvious wounds, but he's definitely not breathing.
So it really was a monster.
Trampled by a giant creature? Impossible.
Huh? There's something stuck to the front of his clothes there.
Yeah, speckles of a yellow substance.
I bet it's monster drool. Yeah, that must be it.
Please, Kay. Can you at least try to be sensible? We'll need forensics to tell us what it might be. Alright, that looks to be pretty much everything the body can tell us for now. Alright, better note it all down. Okay. There's that horn.
Huh? What's this white thing here? Wait, it's a bone. Does that mean 2 murders?
It looks more like a horn than a bone to me. Okay. The body can't tell us anything.
The body's surrounded by pieces of smashed up concrete.
Yes, they look to have been thrown clear where the ground was broken.
Pew! Sent flying by the mighty impact of a giant creature's foot.
Sure, assuming this was the work of a giant creature.
Just look at the shape. I know a hoof when I see one. There's only one thing that can possibly be. The footprint of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just the one. There are 3.
It's a movie set. But you know that's impossible, don't you? You know the monsters aren't real.
Sure, I probably know that somewhere deep down.
Kay seems interested in giant monster feet. She is very open about like what she's into. We don't kink shame our daughter. Alright, you know. If she wants to be into giant monster feet, then, you know, good on her, I suppose. Ow! Why me, Hades? Why me? Ah! I'm not the one who said it! Why are you beating me? Why me? Our job is to pursue the truth, Kay. Not to believe what feels most fun in the moment. I don't think there's anything else here. No. Is there anything else I can... Like, we could talk to Wang? Not Wang. Lang, even? Wang's... We can't talk to Wang. Wang's dead. We'll talk to him anyway. So, Mr. Prosecutor, we meet again. Yes, we saw you at the detention center the other day, too. You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang. You could say that. Nothing that need concern you, though. Yeah, you really have a habit of showing up in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're a bad penny, a bad omen, and a bad smell all rolled into one. Don't sniff us. Just stay out of my way, okay? I've got a president to avenge. Oh. Why are you here? You were already at the scene when we got here. Why? What were you doing in the area? What am I? A suspect? Ha, you might be. Look, I heard a scream and came running, okay? Guess it was our friend from the crew. Okay. Came in from that gate over there. Somebody already got rid of the lock for me. Not completely, I can still see it on the floor there. Perhaps I should take a closer look. When I got here, I saw a moviegoer running out of the other gate. Okay. In other words, he arrived right around the same time we did. So you had business here at the big building? Something like that. A date with destiny, let's call it. He was similarly enigmatic when we saw him in the detention center. Wait, is he trying to rinse Verity Gavel? I see how it is.
Let me guess, you're a huge Creature Feature fan, so you came to see the film The Torosaurus movie.
Creature features? What do you think I am? Not the type of person who thinks a creature might have done this, I hope. Destiny, not Verity? I mean, you know, a date with Destiny, you know, if she could be his destiny, you know. There could be Gavels in his future, you know. Ow. I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences. Thanks. He was a great man. Shengfa will be lost without him. You and he were close, correct? It all started when he hired my father. That was our big break. Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty, and our most sacred. He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Why would you be sad in the case of a president? Who knows? That's the fun. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride, our family jewels. Never thought we'd be unseated with that will so soon.
Wow, it sounds like your family and the president were super close. But wait, when that whole thing happened back at the lake, you weren't with the president then, right?
Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. I wonder what happened 12 years ago. But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Shengfa may not be a big country, but he held that place together. Damn it, what was his security detail thinking? I imagine you've already contacted the embassy? Of course I have, and the government, and my family. They'll be going crazy right now thinking about what needs to happen with that will. Things will be getting crazy here soon, too. Those bodyguards will be all over the place. If you're not a fan of trouble, I'd leave before they get here. Look, Mr. Prosecutor. These days, I'm a one-man outfit, a lone wolf. They won't be letting me lead this investigation. But I've still got fangs, and I can still bite back. I'll find whoever did this, and I won't let you or anybody else get in my way. Yeah, that's fair. Can we do some logic, mayhap? Feels oddly mournful coming from a guy like Lang. It does, doesn't it? None of these feel like... Could a monster have... Yeah, let's talk to Penny and Lossa first.
I'm sorry I got a little upset before.
I think we need to learn a little more about the security situation here on set. Miss Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight?
Yeah, we use one of these. A combination lock, huh? So anybody who knows the code can get in and out.
And was the lock in place when you arrived this morning?
Yeah, everything was locked up tight when I got here.
Who knows the combination?
Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, the actors. Basically, everybody who's working on the movie.
So any member of the cast or crew could have opened the lock and entered? You don't even need the code, those things are flimsy as heck. What about if you're Agent Kim and you have the code? And then General Ram comes up and he's like, I'm going to stab you. And he's like, oh no, I'm dead now. Well, great. And then Marcus is just like, damn! Damn, Kim's dead, damn! And how are these Gears of War jokes working? Hit, miss, decent, passable? Miss? Damn it. So your shooting movie wouldn't have to be a Steel Samurai movie, would it?
Nope.
Oh.
This one's a creature feature. You know, the Torosaurus movies, right?
I'm afraid not.
You'll have to forgive Mr. Edgeworth. He only cares about the Steel Samurai.
That's not...
Hey, that's alright. Not everyone's a fan, but they soon will be. He's back after 12 years of silence. The big bad bull himself, Torosaurus. It's the first Torosaurus movie in a long time, so the crew's super excited about it. And parts of it are set here at the big building, so we've been shooting on location.
That explains what we saw yesterday. What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just stay time. Come and talk to me, kid. You like Edgeworth except with Transformers instead of the Steel Samurai? Yeah. Oh, man. I can picture it now. Like, you go to a foreign country that you don't quite speak the language of. How do I say hello to the people here? How do I greet them? And you look them dead in the eye, and you say, "Ba weep gra na weep ninny bong," and they say it back. And it's like, yay! And then everyone dances, and it's like, but it's the universal greasing, Hades. Cut.
I'm so sorry, we're shooting a movie. Could you,
That must be what they were filming. Gummer's interrupting a movie shoot of worry for a kid is the most gumshoe thing ever. It really is, isn't it?
So does Torosaurus smash the big building to pieces in the movie? Bet he does, right? Hee, wouldn't you like to know? But you just have to wait to find out in the theatre.
What is this spore level communication? We could start communicating purely in grub, if you like. Apparently my throat's not up to that today.
Here, you can have this if you like.
Oh, thank you. An epic rivalry is born. Torosaurus versus Gordy. Gordy? Ah.
That's right. It's not just Torosaurus on his own this time around. He has an arch nemesis. You know Gordy, right? The monster from Gord Lake? Oh yeah. Wasn't everyone talking about that a couple of years back? The mysterious creature in the lake. It showed up in that one couple's photo.
Not only were people talking about it, it played a major part in one of my cases. One day I'm too wild about hearing again. It was almost Christmas at this point. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas yet. Anyway.
The director's fascinated by the stories, which is how Gordy wound up in the movie.
A little behind the times, but better late than never, I suppose.
Just wait till you see those two legends tearing into each other on the big screen.
Okay. This reminds me of something I've seen already. You were working here alone.
That's right. I came before everybody else so I could get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints. Monster prints first thing in the morning. That must have been a real shock. It was. They weren't there when I left yesterday evening, I'm sure of it.
So the footprints must have appeared late last night.
At first glance, I thought maybe they were part of the set. But then I got closer and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one of them.
You didn't notice until you were right up close.
Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. I didn't notice it was the body until I was right by it, which is why I got so shocked and ran away.
That must be when we bumped into her. Okay. I'm gonna speak to Hart.
What is it now? Can't y'all see I'm busy? Girl needs room to work, you know.
Why are you so obsessed with the idea that this was a monster attack? Monsters don't exist. Sure, even you know that.
What did you... You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Torosaurus is real, dang it. I know that for a fact.
For a fact, huh? How is that possible exactly?
Because I done seen him. What? You saw Torosaurus? Where? How? Heck yeah, I seen him. The big bad bull itself. Right there in front of me. I was up on 51 over there, that there big building just yesterday, right?
Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember.
Well, ain't you just Mr. Memory Man? That's right, I done seen him right when I took that photo.
Almost Xmas is a huge meme in the AA fan community. I know. I'm in a couple of Ace Attorney groups on Facebook, and every single one of them on Christmas Eve started posting, it wasn't Christmas yet. Every single one of them was posting about it's not, you know, almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas yet. Oh, excuse me one moment, guys. Oh, wow, that was a ripper.
The person in the red raincoat, Miss Ringer, right?
Yep.
Y'all see that blind right there next to the little Miss Redcoat? Well, guess who was on the other side of it at that very moment? That's right, Taurosaurus. There's nothing there. Well, I can't rightly capture every dang thing. I was just a little too far away, that's all. But I seen it all right. Boy, did I. Wow. Taurosaurus' big ol' eyes staring right at me, peeking right in at the window.
Oh, so this is what it feels like to be Aaron's mum. Understood. A window-peeking monster.
Anyhow, I don't got time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snaps, reporters to report. Quit bugging me. Go on, get.
That entire story was ridiculous.
You didn't believe a word she said, did you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is it that obvious? At least you didn't look outside. I think we've spoken to everyone and we've looked at everything now, I think. I think we have anyway. I'm just checking to see. Right, okay. Maybe we can logical deduce. I think that's what we have to do, yeah. I think that's what we need to do. Can I return to the president's body? It's got the check over it, so I don't think there's anything else we can do. We checked everything on him. Excuse me. Might be able to deduce on the horn. Let's try it. Oh, hey, he hasn't actually said that there's everything's been. He just said I must scour the sea, but normally he'd say I've found everything I can. You most likely from the movie they're shooting, it's a kaiju movie with a giant bull. It's also. He had a plushie of that bull in his plane, didn't he? The one with the recorder inside it. Alright, yeah, let's try a deduce on the Try this.
Eureka!
This could be one of Taurosaurus's horns, couldn't it?
You're right, it totally could. Maybe it's part of a prop from the movie.
If it is, it must be from something pretty big, judging by the size.
What's he doing on the ground here?
We should ask one of the crew. Maybe they'll know. So, I think I might have unlocked a dialogue with Penny. This horn, do you recognize it?
Huh? Oh, that's part of one of Taurosaurus's horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff.
You checked what price your Transformers figures were now? One's like worth $120. Damn. I do wonder, like, that makes me curious. Like, what's the cost of, what would mine go for these days? Hold on a minute. What's the range called again? Is it 2007? I don't remember if it's 2007 or 6. Maybe in 2005. Hang on. I'm having a look to see if I can find it. I always did like it. I did like the Megatron when he became a tank. Like, Tank Megatron is kind of a cool concept. But the one I've got is... I'm just trying to find it. Man, I don't remember. Hang on. 2000s Megatron toy. No. Actually. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I found it with Rodimus because I was just like, well, you know what? Maybe we look at characters who are less like toyed up. Ah, that's the one. Okay, so 2006? Yeah, from 2006 mine are. Doesn't look like they go for all that much. Doesn't look like they go for all that much. You've got that's the complete price. Assume still in the box, and yours definitely out of box. Same. My hang on, where is? Hold on. I need to clean my drawers. My drawers are not great, if I'm honest. I'm just seeing. Hang on. Is it in here? Hold on. I don't remember where I put them, you know. They're about somewhere. Maybe I put them upstairs. I don't know. No, I don't know where they are right now. But yeah, I've got the Megatron. I've got Optimus. I've got Starscream. I've got Hot Rod, and I've got Rodimus from that line, which I think is a complete set. On the ground near the side entrance.
That's weird. We keep a replica of Torosaurus' head up on the roof of the trailer over there.
And it's quite large, I assume.
Oh, yeah. Well, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up there, see it?
Ah!
Right there.
That really is big. Your Scorponok is worth $120? Damn! Tankatron's worth $80? Double damn. Impressive.
There's a bunch of really cool stuff around here, huh? Haha, I guess there is. It's all for making the movie. The costumes, the equipment, everything. Treasures aplenty. I'm in heaven right here.
Some of this equipment could be related to the murder, too. I'd better look it all over carefully. Okay. I think I've looked it all over already. Oh, wait.
What's this big metal stick thing? Is it for climbing trees or something?
No, it's a camera crane. It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. There's no camera currently attached, but it would usually be positioned at the top there.
gotcha. Sounds perfect for casing a place before a burglary. Mind if I ask somebody about borrowing it?
And how do you propose to transport if the answer is yes? Your Optimus is worth $150? Damn, that is sweet.
Oh, easy. Take the bumper. I'll take the top.
So I'm helping now.
And if we go on one little step at a time, we'll be back at your place before you know it.
Are we walking it back to my house? I don't think there's anything else to... We can't get up there. We've checked this stuff. Oh. Yeah, I guess it's logic time. Right, okay. Let's do some logic. I think these go together. Yes! Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday, according to our witness. Which leads me to wonder...
Wait, you think that giant Torosaurus head could have...
I do. I think he could well have rolled off of the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. Okay. It seems more than possible, and it also means... Lunch break's over. No worries, Zach. You take care and have a good one, alright? I'll try and have fun thinking. My brain will hurt, no doubt. There's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere.
Oh yeah, there isn't.
Now, this is still only a possibility. But if the Torosaurus head somehow fell from the roof up there...
Yeah, that could kill somebody for sure.
Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up at the roof at the trailer?
You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not. Knock yourselves out, but don't do that literally. The steps can be kind of slippy.
Alright, I'm done here. I found out what I need to know for now. And what might that be, I wonder? Hmm? Oh, it's that kid. Sometimes logic takes steps, other times it leaps. I should bear that in mind. Yeah, especially with the Ace Attorney games. It's that kid again. I see. What's this kid's voice gonna be like? Do we make him into a weeb like we did with that kid from the Steel Samurai case? Calm and a bit standoffish. Move, old man. What did you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid. No. You need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here. What the?
I'm so sorry about him. Sean, apologize to the nice man.
Sean?
Come on, Sean. You know you can't speak to people like that.
His translation name is John Marsh.
Whatever. Who the heck was he? A policeman, that's who. Why would you antagonize him like that?
Huh. I thought it was going to be trouble for a second there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand up to Agent Lang like that.
Oh, let me introduce you all. Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making.
The star? This little boy?
Hi there, I'm Kay Faraday. It's great to meet you. Sean, this is Miles Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor.
A prosecutor?
That's right. And a pretty famous one at that. If he's a prosecutor, where's his badge?
Ooh, he certainly doesn't pull any punches.
Oh, you might not want to get too close, Sean.
She's right, it's no sight for a child. But he's involved in all this nonetheless. I'll need to speak with him. You know what would be really funny? Is if this tiny little child was actually Shelley the Killer in disguise. I think that would be immensely funny. Oh my god. He's literally a kid with an OC. What? Wait! Don't you do that. Don't you do that to me, Ara. I mean, it would be very funny. It would be very, very funny. Alright, let's speak to him. You remember how I sleuthed out Dali's relations in less than 10 minutes? I'm just a little guy, alright? My brain works in a kind of fucked up way. And sometimes that works out for me. Most of the time it doesn't, but sometimes it does work out for me. It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Are you really a prosecutor? You look just like an old guy to me. I am. Old guy. Charmed, I'm sure. Badge first, then we talk. I don't have my badge right now. Huh. Then how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor? Ugh. Whew. He's not the friendliest, huh? You want me to try talking to him? Why not? I doubt it can hurt. I never was good with children. So you're an actor, right, Sean? Yeah, so what? That's amazing. You're so cool. It's not that big of a deal. Huh. Kay's approach seems to be having an effect. So, those horns of yours? Yeah? What about them? Oh, those? The makeup department made them. The character we place has a special psychic link with Taurosaurus. And the horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean? Just shut up, will you? They don't need to know all that stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, the power dynamic here seems pretty obvious. Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? The lead character in a movie. While you're still in elementary school. That's crazy. Oh. Uh-oh. Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger. What? Look at him. He's so little and cute. And the backpack, I just thought... The backpack's part of his costume. He's playing a role, remember? Yeah, I guess he is, huh? But he's kind of small, you have to admit. Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him. I said stop telling people stuff they don't need to know. I'm sorry. So it's all part of the role, except for the carton of milk, maybe? The dead guy. That's the president, right? Yeah, you knew him. A little. I met him once. He's meeting with presidents now. Heh. Guy was a real piece of work. Hey, you can't say that. It's not nice. What's so bad about him anyway? I mean, I think I've worked out what was bad about him. I don't think that's actually the president. And do you know why I think that? Because Agent Lang said, my family served this guy for like years upon years upon years. And then one day he just changed. It was like he was a different person. And it's like, didn't we hear something about a body double in the first case of this? I'm sure there was something about, like, the president having a double. So I think probably what's happened is the president who was originally there, who was Lang's dad's mate, he's been dead for ages. I think we've got a situation, like with the Phantom, where you've got a character who's been dead for a very long-ass time, but someone else is playing their role. And if I'm right about that, that's going to be hecking wild. Huh? Don't want to talk about it? Fine, I guess. Oh, President Wang was working with us on the movie. Working with you? How exactly?
He had a part, just a cameo, nothing big. So we came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean met him.
Why put the president in your movie?
We heard he was a huge fan of the original Torosaurus. So the studio offered him a little role. They figured it'd be good PR. Last thing I need is amateurs on my set. I told you before, Sean, you can't talk about people like that. And I told you to shut your mouth.
I guess he's none too thrilled about the idea of performing alongside non-professionals.
Oh, here. What's this? Oh, wait, from yesterday.
A photograph?
Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want. Wow, it's such a great picture. And you brought it specially for me. That's so kind, thank you. No, I just happened to have a spare. That's all.
Oh. Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, dear. Okay.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but can we take a look too? Oh, sure. Here.
So it was taken yesterday. No footprints and certainly no body. Can we present the photo and ask him about that?
Torosaurus is just a movie character. How do you wind up involved in a murder?
That's exactly what I'd like you to help us figure out.
Huh. Then give me a reason to, old man.
I'm trying here, Sean.
How about some delicious candy, huh? I bet you like that, wouldn't you? Seriously, I'm not 5 years old. Ah, the old candy gambit usually works like a charm. So near yet so far.
You weren't near at all. Okay. I feel like we need to do some more logic. Let's see what we got. I feel like these two should go together. Let's try it. Yes! The combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived, but the lock on the gate leading up to the side of the big building had been cut. What does this tell us?
Haha, easy. That the killer used the side gate.
Precisely. And it tells us something else important too. Namely that our culprit didn't know the number for the combination lock.
You're right. It would have been way easier to come in that way if they did. But instead they chose the classic thief's route, the lesser-known side entrance. This is no run-of-the-mill criminal, Mr. Edgeworth. We need to keep our wits about us.
I'm not sure if we should be excited by that fact, Kay. Anyway, we know that everybody working on the movie knew the combination, which makes it likely that our culprit wasn't a member of the cast or crew. Okay. We don't have any other things we can logic right now. Do we? No. So looking here... Someone... Who's in the costume, I wonder? Is it worth presenting that to Penny, maybe?
Wait, that's...
You recognize it?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I must have been thinking of something else. I really do need new glasses. I'm such an idiot.
It's really not something to get so upset about. Did I check out the stairway? I did not know. Actually, would you mind coming up there with us?
Oh, sure. After you.
So this is the mighty Torosaurus.
Huh? He looks different from before. Here, he's way cooler on the flyer. What's with the weird nose ring on this model? Oh, I forgot. You two aren't Torosaurus fans. This is the original Torosaurus design from 12 years back. Huh? So, what's the one on the flyer? That's the old new Torosaurus. They gave him a makeover especially for the movie. He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? Makeover? He's totally different. This one looks like seductive and feminine. This one looks seductive and feminine. Nose rings on bulls are used to lead them around, especially if you're trying to use them for breeding. Well, that's worrying because I've got a nose ring like that. Hi, Cyber. Torosaurus canonically fucks. Yeah. Yeah, that says a lot about me. What do you mean? What do you mean that says a lot about me? Ah. Wounded again. Wounded to my quick. A cow. Well, he is just a cow. Or at least he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity. Monstrosity. Yeah, the cow, man's best friend, reimagined as a terrifying monster. You can't assume that I fuck. I've been in a relationship for almost 18 years and I've been married for 8 of those. I've been with my wife since 2007. That doesn't mean anything. You can't help but wonder. Is Will Powers going to show up? Maybe. What if he's in the suit? It totally makes you think about our whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. I think the concept might be a little lost on me. Me too, I'm afraid. Okay. There's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something? I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evenings can still be pretty chilly. It really gets in your bones. Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You can't start talking like an old fogey. You already look like one. You have to talk young and bright and happy. Well, you see, Kay, we be skibberding on the dop-dops, and then we zoom, for real, on God No Cap, to the horns of the cow in it. There. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? I hope so. You may not have noticed, Kay, but that's not exactly my style. These look like cans of paint thinner. I guess they're being used by the props department. Look at the ground around them, Mr. Edgeworth. It's all burned. Indeed. As is the blue sheet underneath, and the nearby newspaper on the outside of the cans. Wait, do you think the Torosaurus head can breathe fire? Nah, this little guy doesn't look like the fire-breathing type. That's not even possible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow. Yeah, I think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here. You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay? No, I was thinking I could just carry it around with me. Then, every time you shout objection, I can light you up with it and make you look super cool. Yeah, I can picture it now. You'd look amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start? Hopefully, never. I was kind of going for that, but... It's a wooden table, sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched. That's weird. The head should be on that table. But the legs are broken. Guess Torosaurus isn't going back on there now. The scorch marks look particularly bad when the legs snapped off. I think there might have been a fire up here. Do you think that's what happened to the legs? Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right. The fire caused the head to fall. Indeed. I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. Well, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. At least, not while I was here anyway. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been absolutely tuckered out today. This whole ROM hacking business is tiring stuff.
Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting. Well, you know what didn't start the fire? We. It was already turning while the world was burning. Wait, no, that's the wrong way around. It was already burning while the world was turning. Oh, you know what I fucking mean. You damn whippersnaps. Making fun of your granddad like this. How could you?
The model was made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people remember the old Torosaurus and realise this was a reboot. Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise.
And just as we thought, his horn is broken.
So the model really is what killed the president.
I think it's a distinct possibility.
But there's one thing I don't quite understand.
He no longer horny.
I'm horny. Horny, horny, horny. So horny. Horny, horny, horny.
There, you got some karaoke. You're happy now.
What's that?
Miss Nichols, the model looks very heavy. How do you move it around?
Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out.
If you happen not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example. Once it's in pieces, could one person move it?
Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could.
Okay. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I know this cow.
Funny, I was just thinking the exact same thing. We know it from the president's plane, of course. And from the auction. So President Wang's plushie
is a soft toy version of the original Torosaurus.
Can this really be just a coincidence? Alright, I think that just about wraps up our preliminary investigations.
So he was killed by...
Yes, by a falling Torosaurus head. At least that seems the most likely explanation for now.
Came down right on top of him, huh?
Hmm? Oh, hi guys. Well, they took their time, but here they are. Police, bodyguards, the whole gang. Mr. President! It's a little late for that, don't you think?
Curses! Who did this?
Whoever it was made a big mistake. But I promise you this. They'll pay. I'm on their trail already. What? What do you mean? Our president may have been murdered, but that doesn't mean the extraterritoriality applies. The local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself seconded to the case. Lowly one-man outfit or not, I'll be working on this one. It sounds like you already have an idea of where you'd like to focus your inquiries. More than that, I've already caught scent of my prey. Take a look here at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building.
What? Huh?
That's... It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. And in this particular case, it recorded the president and his murderer, clear as day.
What was Judge Gavell doing there?
He's saying he suspects of the murder?
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgments unto Excelsior's winner.
But murder goes against everything she believes in. Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little further? I heard a little rumor while I was over at the big building. It was about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Is this the first time he's actually used our name? Which means you don't have jurisdiction here. But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that? Curses.
Hey, don't be like that. You were the one who was just talking about being a lonely one-man outfit.
He did at the end of AI 1-2. It's been that long since we finished AI 1-2. Fucking hell. It's been that long since we finished AAI 1 that I forgot, basically. Like, it's been... When did we finish the first investigations? Was it, like... End of... When did we finish it? Holy shit. You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come, even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case? It's a valid question. Why am I still here? Perhaps I can clarify that with the question of my own Agent Lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wang? Because above all else, you're an investigator, correct? I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put Kay's freedom in jeopardy, who put her in grave danger. That person is out there somewhere right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth, and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by. You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us. A fool? How dare you? That was just what I needed to hear. Fine, you're in. I've lost my minions, and you've lost your fancy title. But it seems neither of us is prepared to give up on this investigation. Now, seeing as we're both so stubborn, how about we go head-to-head and thrash out the details? I'd be honored. But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. I have an assassin to catch. And not even you're gonna get in the way of that. Of course, I would expect no less. Let me show you the truth I tore from this case with my bare fangs. Alright, so this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof. And then she pushed him, and he landed right here. This all happened the night before last. The people had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it was just the two of them up there. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it. She killed the president. One of the best intros to a rebuttal. I mean, the fact that, like, we gave him that speech, and his response to that was, "Ha! You're an idiot. I like you. Let's go." Amazing. They were there completely alone. No bodyguards. None. I checked. His security detail had no idea he even went up there. He must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anybody to hear. But what kind of conversation? How are the two of them even connected? Seems the president spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside the viewing platform just for the two of them. And it was the president asking. I guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
So the last person to see the president alive really could have been...
Yup, Gavel. Did you say her name was? Oh, I missed a bit of text there, didn't I? Hold on. Her. Literally one word. His argument certainly isn't completely without merit. But I notice at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. I tell you something. Who owned the big building? Right, who owned the big building? Who would have been the person to own the big building? I think it's someone who wanted to make sure there was a 51st floor no one knew about. I think Excelsius Winner probably was the owner of that building. Which makes me wonder if the president and Winner were in... I mean, there's this whole thing about the smuggling ring that's gone across both of the games. What if they were in cahoots about it? It's Mr. Big, of course. I mean, I wouldn't want to fuck with Mr. Big, or I'd end up as a dead man. His name was Dead Man. Oh. What was the president of Sheng Farm? We know the smuggling ring was particularly active there. Yeah, exactly.
Hold it!
Hold it! How can you say for certain that the two really met? Huh. So the plan is to come in swinging now. I've seen worse approaches. Dominate the battlefield, counter your opponent's every move. It's a tried and tested strategy. And not what I was intending at all. But this battle has barely even begun, Mr. Prosecutor. So shut up and buckle up. Dead man remains the unluckiest bastard to ever have lived. I know, he was literally like... Wait. If Dead Man was only born so that he could die... Is he Ace Attorney Jesus? Is Dead Man Jesus in the Ace Attorney universe? Oh, the Catholic Church is not going to be happy about this. I'm gonna have to go on the run now. That went far. The Pope has dispatched nuns with rulers to viciously whip this heresy out of me. I'd probably enjoy that if they were hot nuns, though. Okay.
Hold it!
The night before last. How can you be so sure of that? Puh. If you're not sure, take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture is from the camera up on the viewing platform, like I said. And the camera doesn't lie, that's from 2 nights ago. You hear the Inquisition bang at my door. They're about to Joan of Arc me. Well, that if they're about to Joan of Arc me, doesn't that mean that Britain's won again? Ha ha! Score 1 for the Empire.
Objection!
You have a picture of them both entering the rooftop area, but nothing from after that point, I assume. No, there's only one camera. It's pointed to the elevator. You can't see the viewing platform itself. Still, this is when the murder happened. I'm sure of it. If the president really was killed 2 nights ago, then his body would have been here in the lot this whole time. Taking a little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor. Well, save it. I'm not done explaining. Not even close. He sings, he burns on the stake. Yeah. Here is the song I shall sing as I burn on the stake. I am the Lord of Hellfire, and I bring you fire. 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 I bring you, I see you burn. Oh, man.
Hold it!
It's entirely possible somebody else was up there, surely.
Yeah, what about the cotton candy stand?
Go back!
The owner of the building received a request from the president himself to clear the area. He knew there'd be serious trouble if he messed up, so he went to work as quick as he could. They cleared everybody out, and I mean everybody, including your stupid cotton candy seller.
Stupid? That's mean.
Still, it wasn't enough. If it had been, the president wouldn't be lying there now. I forgot how hard this guy's voice is. I need to start doing vocal warm-ups before these games. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it, she killed the president. Okay.
Hold it!
No doubt about it. Are you certain of that? Huh, of course I am. The place, the time, everything points to the woman in the picture. The place and time. Interesting. Agent Lang seems to believe that the president wound up in a certain place at a certain time, and yet... Yes, I think I'm starting to see the problem here. There's at least one major point he's overlooking, and that's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. Let's have a look over at the evidence again, shall we? Photo taken yesterday. I think it's here.
Objection!
Haha! Shilong Lang, former star agent of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen. What? Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew.
Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean.
You gotta go, Hades. No worries. You take care and have a good one, alright? Oh, dear. Sorry, guys. Can you bear with me 1 second? I'm just gonna go and get a lozenge. My throat's really starting to hurt today. Give me a moment, alright? Alright, I'm back. I got a lozenge. Whew. And it was taken only yesterday. What? If Judge Gavelle really did kill President Wang the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture. What? Huh. Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigations, you should know. I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Mr. Edgeworth. You really do love backing your opponent into a corner, huh? Huh. Fine, you got me. I must say it's been a while. Almost missed it. Perhaps if you tried to stay a little calm while conducting your investigations in the future. Edgeworth doesn't back Phoenix into a corner, right? He backs him onto the bed. And then he power tops. He power tops Phoenix. And then every nearby Ace Attorney fan is like, again? Okay, fair enough. Fill your boots. Go on. Go on, you little scoundrels. Go off and do your topping. You know, it's the 16th time today, but you know, young love is a wonderful thing. Ah, them damn fool kids, huh? Huh. Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Subway be like, how do you top your sub? Edgeworth be like, objection! Lang Chi says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon. Not until we caught the president's killer. I want the same thing. We all do. Nonetheless, the body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall.
That's right. He was crushed by the falling head of a giant monster.
The incident occurred here on the movie set, not at the top of the big building. Says you, but that's just your theory. I'm not about to give up my own because of it. But it literally can't have happened the night before last. We just proved that with this picture. Did you? What if your friend Gavelle pushed the president off the big building the night before last? And then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere? Here? But where? There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night in other words, and take it out again. We just need to check the lot for trace evidence. We'll soon find where she put it.
Objection!
There won't be any need for that. What? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Gavelle can't have hidden the body. Okay. I'm leaning towards the movie set locks. Surrounded by shards of concrete, flecks of something yellow stuck to clothes. This is a bit obtuse. Should you bust a solution? Might be an idea, yeah, because the only thing I can think of is the locks. I'm gonna try the locks. If that doesn't work, we'll have a look at see what the thing says.
Take that!
Both entrances to this lock were locked, and we already know that the chain on the side gate was cut only last night. Judge Gavel had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last. But the murder has to have happened 2 nights ago. Why are you so set on believing that? Because, if you remember, that picture was a printout from a video, and there was more. Interesting. There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up on the roof with the president. It shows her heading back into the elevator, alone. You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the top of a building that high. Unless he was pushed by Gavel. You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform. Yeah, the camera was pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on that tape. In other words, the president of the camera ensured that nobody could have left unnoticed. I am absolutely 100% sure that the president is in on the 51st floor auctions. Like, I am convinced of this at this stage. I see. That's not good news for Judge Gavel. Vanishing from a rooftop hundreds of feet in the air? Yeah, it's a tricky one, alright. Indeed, even the Yatagrasu can't actually fly. Well, not yet anyhow. Just need a little more practice. Please don't tell me you think you can learn. I think there is an entrance to the hidden 51st floor on the roof. This is the crucial bit. Because basically, if Wang wasn't seen coming down, he's gone into the auction. He's gone into the auction set. He's gone down the elevator, or down through that hatch. So he's in on it.
Hold it!
A few dozen minutes. That's awfully vague. The exact length of time doesn't matter. Not anymore, anyway. What matters is what she did after that. And what was that exactly? Perhaps you'd care to elaborate? Oh, I mean to, believe me.
Hold it!
So she was alone when she went back down in the elevator. You're sure of that? I'm certain. Like I said, there's footage from a little while after they went up on the roof. Footage of Gavel recorded by the camera that points to the elevator door. And she was getting back into the elevator. Just her. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. It seems almost certain that Judge Gavel did indeed get back in the elevator alone. I doubt he'd be so sure of himself otherwise. Oh, it's so weird, right? Like, completely alone. Not even a pal the Goddess of Justice was there. I doubt the presence of an invisible entity would have swung things either way. What? No fair. Poor Goddess of Justice. I feel like I should light a candle for her and say a little prayer. If we could return to the matter at hand, Agent Lang. You don't think there's any possibility the President could have taken the elevator at some later point? No, I considered it, but... I see. I see what we have to do here. There's no other way, but we know that there's a 51st floor with an entrance from the roof. So we're going to play the big building here.
Objection!
Yeah. Okay. Actually, there was another way. Apart from the elevator? What do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew. He didn't need to. It was much simpler than that. Assuming the President knew what we know, course. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor. What? That's right, a hidden floor, with a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator. What? But you said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret? How would the president even know about it? It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just a theory. So what are we talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in.
No, I hate it there. Don't make me go back.
Unfortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they kept the lots for an underground auction. How'd you hide a whole ass floor? Well, that's a question, isn't it? I mean, that said, people in the Ace Attorney universe seem to be very, very, very stupid. Like, they dead-ass thought that Furio Tigre was actually Phoenix. So, you know what's really mad to think on, actually? We were doing the Furio Tigre case like 18 months ago. Oh my... Oh, my back hurts. My back hurts all of a sudden. I feel the weight of the years crashing into me. We're old. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday. An underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? The President Wang was involved somehow? I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility.
Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems the type.
He'd never do that. Not the President. Illegal underground auctions? No, he'd have nothing to do with it. Nothing! What's gotten into him? I hope you two are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting. Huh, she ran away. You know nothing, neither of you. You have no idea how much the people love him, how well respected he is. Is that really true? Guess we know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face. But the people of Shengfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No. What good would it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn, both of us. I can only apologize. Apology accepted and reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away. It's all right. Okay, you can come out now.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president.
Well, ain't you just a fine figure of a man?
Oh my god, run! Lang, run! Run!
Hoo-wee! It's me, Lot of Heart. I'm gonna set up my crawdad trap and I'm gonna catch me this wolf in my craw. And he's gonna be all like, ah, woo! And I'm gonna be like, snippity snap snap. And then I'm gonna get him pap-papped. And then as I go pap-pap, he's gonna go plap-plap.
I got a bit carried away then. He deserves so much better.
Patriotic and such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing.
Puh, what are you talking about?
Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news.
What?
Hey, no ain't heck your pal, President moseying on downstairs, 551.
Really?
I was hunkered down in that there storeroom the whole dang time. I was peeled like oranges.
Of course. She would have already snuck in by that point. Okay. Thanks, that's very useful to know. Well, well, Mr. Prosecutor. Huh, what? Guess my theory still stands, which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Cavell 2 nights ago, that's a fact. But it's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only been found today? That seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say? Sure, there are questions that still need answering. I'll give you that. Then I guess there's one thing we can both agree on.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation.
Yeah, I guess all we know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night.
Agent Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the guard if you don't mind. Fine, he's all yours. Just take care of him, okay? Oh, one last thing. What? We found footprints near body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will. Little ones in the big one. Further, Ace Attorney investigations to the prosecutor's gambit? Yeah. Human footprints in the monster print, interesting. And what kind of prints? Sir, they were child's footprints, about the size of your average elementary school kid. Is he actually Shelley the Killer? Is that little fuck-ass actually Shelley the Killer? What?
Huh? Elementary school? No, it couldn't be.
What now?
I...
Miss Nichols?
Oh, I didn't mean to butt in. Sorry.
Was there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of?
There's something I have to tell you.
Have I again figured out a plot point? Well, by your reaction, it seems like I might have done.
There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but...
I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it?
Last night I came here.
What? You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Check on Sean, I mean.
Sean, the boy. Makes sense.
Yeah, you see, he stayed behind his own last night to rehearse. Wow, he really takes the job seriously, huh? Oh, well, this movie's his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect.
So she might have seen what happened last night. Around what time was this?
Let's see, it was already after 10, I think. It looked like it might be about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yeah. Sean was there on his own running his lines. And towering above him there was this long, like really, really long neck.
Neck?
Yeah, with skin like an enormous worm. It was like a dinosaur.
Oh, wait, you mean it must be? Gordy! Good old Gordy! You done gave me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now.
What? No, Gordy's involved too. Yeah, I think he might be. I was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters.
How dang you're right. He could have been communicating from real with them little horror doohickeys ears.
Right, but it seemed more like he was kind of looking up and talking right to him.
Why are there 3 people sharing half a neuron? It's Ace Attorney. Like, I think it's better that we just don't consider these questions anymore. Because it's Ace Attorney, it's never going to make sense like that, is it?
It was like they were friends. It's pretty weird, right?
Dang tootin', it's weird. Weird than a mustache on a mule. How could he cheat his best monster pal like that? I fear movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. And you're absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Oh yeah, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran.
Well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? Another mysterious beast to contend with. Don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Agent Lang. The monster's angle's neither here nor there. But I think we have a pretty good idea who we need to speak to next. Young Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night, then there's a good chance he saw something. My thoughts exactly. The prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand.
Sean ran off just a moment ago.
What?
We need to get after him.
Why is the taxi driver in a suit? Ah, where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home. You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure, or maybe he went on the lam.
Nah, you're just overthinking things, surely.
He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president. The thing we need to check for the chief is on this scene. It'll be for next week. Yeah, I'm thinking that we're coming towards the end of things. Like, you can probably hear my voice struggling. I need to actually start doing vocal warm-ups for this game. And who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand. Maybe one of his creature feature pals to help him. Yes, very funny. I'm not saying the kid did it. Not for sure, anyway. Not yet. But he's our most important witness right now. We need to find him. Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth!
Hey, it's Gummy!
Oh,
He ran away.
What was that about? He realizes that Edgeworth isn't a prosecution. He's become very gum-dere. Puh. Well, it just goes to show that your police force can't be trusted. Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone? Yeah, so what?
Well, last time we met you, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you, I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys, and I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. Keep things nice and simple. No lackeys, no friends. Anyway, catch you both around. Edgeworth's last orders were not to help him. Oh, yeah. I do remember now.
Things just done got interesting. And it sounds like I got my work cut out for me. 2 big beasts on the prowl. Hoo-wee! It's raining scoops. If I don't catch at least one, I ain't no shutterbug worthy in the name.
Oh my god, her running animation.
Wow, this all got kind of complicated, huh?
It did. The Taurosaurus footprints were bad enough. Now gaudy? This might as well be a movie.
Well, then we better get our monster hunting shoes on.
Na 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 na. It's very hard to pitch my voice that high up. You'll get the doot doot. Excellent. I'll get my stick bug. I suppose we had. Who's that?
That's one of Agent Lang's old team.
We've come across a few of them on previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Shifu, he's not technically my boss anymore. Really, what happened? You remember that case from a month or so back? The Yasugarasu case, how could we forget? You made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job. Indeed, I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility, so they disbanded our team.
Wow, that's harsh.
But it explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise. 12 years ago? What does that mean? Sorry, I already said too much. I better be on my way. These ghosts of Agent Lang's, could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating?
Well, looks like everybody left except us. What do we do now?
Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Sean. Not another phantom. Yeah, but this phantom, This Phantom's a little bit different. This is the furry Phantom. And by jungle law, he summons forth the strength of 10 tigers. And, well, if you get that reference, then I'll be impressed. Because we're going way back now. We're going way back in superhero lore. Back to the time when there was a superhero team that was not Marvel and was not DC. One of the original animated superhero teams, actually. Miss Hart went off monster hunting. I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Shaw. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle. What kind of another angle? Somebody needs to get Judge Givel's side of the story. Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again? Please forgive me, but I better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. I guess the trial will be beginning right about now. Indeed. I think we better head down to the courthouse, don't you? Alright, let's go. To be continued. Right, okay. Yeah, like we said, this is a good place for us to wrap things up. Like, I don't know what's going on with... What is up with the pollen levels there? Let me have a look at this. Let's have a look. Tree pollen, high. Yeah, tree pollen is very high at the minute. And it seems to be that tree pollen is what's causing me to suffer a lot. So, yeah, I might need to speak to the doctor about that, to be honest, because it's starting to become a problem. It's starting to become a bit of a problem. Well, we'll see how we go with that. But anyway, glad not to be allergic. I've never had it this bad. I've never had it this bad. It's just been this particular year that's been awful with it. But there we go, I suppose. So, tomorrow we've got our weekly Oblivion stream. We're going from 1 PM UK time again. Probably play for 4 or 5 hours, something like that. See how we go. I have started cobbling a schedule for the rest of the week together as well. So, as it stands right now, we have got Cryogenesis on Tuesday. We're playing more Hollow Knight on Monday. I moved Fields of Mysteria to Thursday. Wednesday, I don't know. I'm gonna have a think about that. Like I got told by someone. Well, actually, there's a mechanic that Metroid Prime 3 relies on very heavily, but it never teaches you to actually use it. So it sounds like where I got like completely stressed out and melted down last time, it's because there was a mechanic that it was expecting me to know about that it hadn't taught me to use in the way that it needs to be used, which is kind of mental. Then Friday, Saturday, as normal. Wednesday's the only question mark right now, but like if I'm struggling for where to put things, I can always bring Fields of Mystery a day forwards and then just slot Hollow Knight in on Thursday as well, because I'm really enjoying that game. I'm a bit annoyed at myself for not playing it sooner, but better late than never, right? Anyway, I'm going to go and get myself a beer now. Just noticed we hit 410 subs on YouTube. That's pretty swell. I will be back tomorrow 1 PM UK time. In the meantime, I think I'm also going to get a Lemsip as well. I'll get a Lemsip and I'll swill some soju into that, because alcohol and medication is always a really good mixture, right? Anyhow, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys soon. Look after yourselves. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy whatever's coming. And thanks again for the hangs. I'll see you very soon. Until then, take care.